This night I'm going to be talking about how to pick signals in the realm of the spirit. How to pick signals in the realm of the spirit. Let me start by saying, there are some of us, we are believers, but yet we don't know how to pick signals in the spirit. And there are some of us, we are men of God, yet we don't know how to pick signals in the realm of the spirit. Somebody like Prophet read the book of Numbers chapter 23 when he prepared in chapter 22. If you read chapter 22, the 9th verse, and chapter 23, this is about King Balak, the princes of Moab, when they came gathered together in order to curse the children of Israelites. And when Balaam was preparing for the journey, Balaam took his horse, and began to journey. And when he began to journey, he came to a place that the donkey or the horse, whichever you can call it, in the olden days what they are using, and he stopped. And the horse, if he hits the donkey, hit the ass, and he said, "Move." And he refused to move. And he pushed the ass again. He said, "Move." He refused to move. And the Bible said that the ass has to go and plunge on the wall beside on the road. And the Bible said that the ass spoke, and he said, "Have you not eyes to see? Don't you see what is standing on my way?" The Bible said immediately his eyes, the eyes of prophets, opened, and was able to see that the angel was standing on the road with a sword. Yeah, my child of God, there are so many journeys we have tried to embark in life without the approvals of God, and there are some journeys that we are on right now that are dangers on our way, and we cannot be able to pick signals in the realm of the spirit. And let me say this as I proceed. Now, any child of God that does not know how to pick signals in the spirit is a child of God that will always end up in disaster. Is a child of God that will always end up in the net of the enemy. So many of us, we are always seen as we find ourselves, wake up in the morning, see yourself in trouble, you see so many crises, so many challenges around your life because you don't know how to pick signals in the spirit. And that is what we are here to do. There are promotions that the usual. There are promotions that is the money. There are promotions they give to you. It's a setup for you to lavish your life. I remember a young man that gave a testimony to me, and he said that came a time when they promoted him to a particular place, and when they promoted him, he went back to pray, and the Lord said, "Don't enter, you will die in that seat." And when the Lord said so, he came back and told them, "No, I will not enter that seat." So the next person that entered that seat after 6 months died. Why? Because the brother was able to do what? To pick signals. God asked Jeremiah, he said, "What thou seest?" In the book of Amos, what thou seest. Hear me, child of God. What you see in life determines where you can be. As fast as your eyes are blind, you cannot be able to see far. Why? There in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 8, and David said to God, he went to inquire from the Lord, he said, "Lord, shall I pursue? If I pursue, shall I overtake? And if I overtake, shall I recover all?" David was there not for inquiries. David was there to pick signals from God. The very important thing for every child of God, for every man on planet Earth, is to pick signals. And how and where do we pick signals? As many that can rise up and pray in the midnight. Signals are released at midnight. Signals are released from men who stand up to war at night. Signals are released from men. The Bible said there is nothing that is hidden upon the planet Earth that cannot be made plain. So there is nothing that is hidden upon any man that receives signals in the spirit. That is why in the life of Abraham wakes up at 3 a.m. to pray. When it came to the Isaac maintained the same stand. That is why the Bible says that God appeared on the altar to Isaac, and he said that I will prosper in this land and your wealth shall be uncountable. When it came to Jacob was running away from his brother Esau. He came a place where he slept. The angel was ascending and descending. Then he knew that he is ought to pray at night. Even when he was returning to Esau, the Bible says that that night he went out to pray, and he kept his family in a broke. He kept them somewhere safe, and he went out to pray. The Bible said, and he went out to pray. He met a man, an angel that went on assignment, and that night they restored, because he want to know, he want to be signals of what will happen next. The meeting his brother, is he going to be smart Waterloo, or is he going to eat fruit, and he said to the angel, and he said, you must change my name, because he know there is something that is about his name. His name brings some wrong signals in his life. His name brings wrong signals in his life, and once the name brings wrong signals, he can never succeed in the covenant of God that he inherited from the father Isaac. So he has to change his name so that the name will bring a good signals about him, because signals talks about the atmosphere. If you can pick a good signal, you can carry a good atmosphere. If you cannot pick a good signal, you cannot carry an atmosphere. There are some of us, anywhere we go, things are not working well, because we are not picking the good signals. You don't know when to be at the right time, at the point in time. There are some of us, we are at the right time at the point, at the wrong point. We are at the right place at the wrong time, until you'll be able to measure and to be able to stay in the spirit and be able to read the signals of what you are about to do, what you are about to abandon. That is the ability for you to succeed in your next plan. David said, the Lord shall I pursue? Because when David came back, he saw that everything that he has is gone. David has strong 600 men to pursue after the Amalekites, but he needed to pick signals in the spirit. He needed to pick signals in the spirit. I remember a pastor friend of mine. The brother lives in UK and is doing well, and the brother is a doctor, and he said, my brother, since you are a pastor, what are you doing in Nigeria? Come over to UK so that you can be able to establish or at least begin to do ministries there, and things will be coming out. The brother thought it's about money, it's about fame, it's about gathering crowd. Didn't know if God did not send you anywhere, when you go there, you are on your own, and whatever that happens to you, is the blame is on you. And the brother said, okay, let me go and pray. And the pastor began to pray, and the Lord said, I am not sending you to UK. If you are going on your own. And the brother woke up and called the brother. I said, I am not coming, for the Lord has not decided to send me to UK. Until the day God decides to send me to UK, I will be there at once. Why? Because the young man has big signals in the spirit. Had it been that the young man decided to go to UK because of the physical things he said, because in the book of Luke chapter 3, the Bible said that when Satan tempted Jesus, he brought him to the pinnacle, and he began to show him the beauty of the world. And he said, look at the beauty of the world, that everything here are beautiful. Just bow before me and I will give you the beauty of the world. And Jesus was already picking the signals of the heaven. He knows that it's not about the beauty of the world, it's about what the Father is saying. Because the Bible says that when he was baptized, a voice came down from heaven. That is a signal. And he said, this is my beloved son, to whom I am well pleased. That is a signal God the Father sent upon Jesus. And he said, this is what my son. It is an endorsement. So a signal is an endorsement. When you have a good signal in the realm of the spirit, that means the journey that you are about to embark has been endorsed. David came to God, and God said, thou shall I pursue, and thou shall overtake, thou shall recover all. God has given the signal to pursue ahead. It came a time, another time, when David wanted to embark on a war, and David came back again and said to God, shall I pursue? God said, don't pursue, because they have laid ambush on you. Had they been, let me tell you, always hear from God, always. Don't hear from God yesterday and you still carry what you hear from God yesterday, and you're still moving forward. Maybe you have overtaken God. There are some of us, God is following you behind. Instead of God leading you, you are the one leading God. That is the same thing that happened to Moses. Moses heard when God said that go and hit the rock and water will come out. He went and used the staff to hit the rock and water flowed. And the Bible said that Moses came back to God again. He said that children of God is thirsty, your people are thirsty. And God said, go and speak to the rock. That's another signal. That's another different signal from God. He said, go and speak the rock, because every signal comes with an atmosphere. Every signal that you carry comes with an atmosphere. It's not the same signal that you receive that brings the same atmosphere. When you receive another signal, that is another atmosphere that has been in availability. So when there is an availability of an atmosphere, it gives you the signal, and whatever you do, give a produce, give a product, give a result based on the atmosphere that is available. When David said, shall I pursue? In the second time, God said, don't pursue, because they have what? They have laid ambush on you. Somebody follow what I'm saying? Then when Moses went back and said to the Lord, he said, speak to the rock. But Moses didn't know that the signals and the atmosphere has changed. That at that point, it's only word, the word created everything. So God wants to teach Moses on how to use the word. God wants to use two things, that the staff is not no longer available, that the signals on the staff is no longer available, the power, the atmosphere on the staff is no longer available. But Moses thought that everything is about using the staff. He used the staff to divide the Red Sea, he used the staff to swallow snakes, he used the staff to do so many things. But the Lord said, do what? Speak a word. Speak a word. And he went there and hit the rock, and the Lord said, you have what? You have disobeyed me. Can you say, my Father, my God?
My Father, my
I'm
God.
not hearing your voice. Say, my Father, my God.
My Father, my
Tonight
God.
I come before you.
Tonight I come
Lord,
before
help
you.
me
Lord, help
to
me.
pick the right signals.
Pick the right
Lord, help
signals.
me
Lord,
to
help
pick
me.
the signal. Lift your voice and begin to thunder prayer, child of God. Lift your voice and thunder prayer. Shaga da da da. Shaga da 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 da.